you'll see a notice that we're live streaming on your screen, and just want to double check and make sure that's running. In the meantime, we have two people who joined us that I don't recognize their names. There's Bart Johnson and Jacob Glass. So I was just curious if you could let me know, if you're affiliated with one of the parties.
Good morning, Judge. Jacob Glass, legal counsel for Enbridge.
Okay, legal counsel. All right. So we will need you to, since you're appearing today, that's fine. We're trying to do this slightly more informal, but we'll need a notice of appearance filed in the docket. So if you could do that after the hearing, just a letter to the docket indicating your appearance. And if you wouldn't mind filing that as a request to intervene, that's why that way I'll get it for sure. If you file it in a different format, I might not receive it. So also Bart Johnson, can we get your appearance too?
Yes, Judge. Bart Johnson, Area Operations Manager for Enbridge.
Enbridge. Okay, great. Okay. So while we're just going to wait a few more minutes here. So just as a preliminary matter, who do we expect to be testifying today? I know we have Alex and Rachel from the PSC planning to speak. For Enbridge, who will be testifying, or will there be anyone testifying?
Yeah, Judge, it'll be Ryan Nelson from Enbridge.
Okay, and I don't see him connected at this time. Is the witness on someone else's connection? Oh, he's in the waiting room. Hang on, I got him. All right, great. So yeah, it's after 10, so we're gonna get started. But just before we do that, I'll just want to mention that we're just gonna try to conduct this slightly more informally than our usual contested case because the record seems pretty clear to me in the documents, and at this point we don't have the respondent appearing. So what I'll have us do is basically we want to get the documents already filed in the case, verified under oath, and then I'll provide an opportunity for comments from Enbridge and commission staff. And actually, this is also a public hearing, so if a member of the public connects, we'll offer them an opportunity to file a comment or produce a comment. But otherwise, we'll just kind of follow along. We'll make sure everyone gets a chance to speak, etc. So, but it might not be something that you're used to seeing. So, at this point, I think we can start off on the record. So let's begin. This is docket 9300 PLI 126, the investigation of the complaint of Enbridge Energy against CF Construction. And this is related to a complaint pursuant to Wisconsin statute section 182.0175 sub 3 sub BR2. My name is Michael Newmark, Administrative Law Judge for the PSC. We're here connected through Zoom with Enbridge Energy, the complainant, and commission staff in attendance. At this time, I do not see anyone appearing on behalf of the respondent. Parties were informed about the hearing through the notice of hearing that was emailed to the service list. We've also made the notice of hearing available to the public by posting it on the commission's website. And we did invite the public to submit public comments in this case. We are accepting either a public comment live here today at the hearing or written comments up until Tuesday, May 21st. And those can be filed through the commission's website and by US mail. Those are not for the parties to enter evidence, only for members of the public. Also, wanted to note that there are no comments on file at this time. So just wanted to also pick out another provision in the notice that's pertinent here. So we've named Enbridge Energy as the complainant and CF Construction as the respondent. So they're parties to this proceeding. And then just quoting from the notice of hearing here, the commission will consider any party that fails to appear at the hearing to have waived any rights to contest the facts presented at the hearing. And that'll include the documents we accept on the record. So I just wanted to note that. Otherwise, I don't think we have anything else to deal with as a preliminary matter. Can anyone think of anything else we would need to address before we begin with our first witness? No. So, Attorney Glass, if you'll be speaking, we'll just need your camera on. I'm not sure what your plan is at this point, but why don't we get you on the screen?
I'll just be viewing. I don't plan to speak.
You're not going to speak. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. So with that, I'll just take over your role for introducing the witness. That's fine by me. So I'm going to switch gears here and display the list of documents we have for the record that have been offered for the record. This is an email sent to us by Attorney Rogers of Commission staff that lists out our documents so far filed in the case. And I wanted to mention I am the decision maker in terms of the proposed final decision. So I'll review the record, and the record will be these documents, the recording of the hearing, which will be on our YouTube channel, and any comments we receive. So, I'll review that. There'll also be an opportunity for parties to brief, and we can set that schedule at the end. There'll be an opportunity to comment on the proposed final decision. So those instructions will be on the cover page that'll be included with the proposed decision. So with that, I think we have all our ducks in a row here. So let's begin with the Enbridge Energy documents. So I've on the screen share a list of the documents. There's 4 from Enbridge that commission staff proposed to put on the record. And we'll just need someone to swear in and verify those under oath. I think we have Ryan Nelson from Enbridge Energy available to do that here. So let me swear you in, or raise your right hand. And do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You need to unmute, yeah.
I do.
Great. And just give us your name and position at Enbridge.
My name is Ryan Nelson. I am a damage prevention program specialist for a liquid pipelines division within Enbridge.
Okay. And do you see the screen share with the documents?
I sure do.
Okay. So just tell me briefly, how are you familiar with those documents?
So these documents are documents that I submitted based off of the reports and the photos and other evidence that I received from our field technician. So I assembled our response and, gave as much detail as I possibly could to the commission. So these were reports that I have put together in accordance with our employees that were involved in this event.
Okay, thanks. And so let me just have you verify those documents first. So you're familiar with them all. We've established that. Are those documents complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. And now it's an opportunity to make a comment. Like I said at the beginning, I think the documents speak for themselves. This situation's pretty clear, but I did want to give you an opportunity if you had something additional to provide.
Yeah, the account that was written in the document still holds true. I did touch base with the locator. One specific thing I did see on the the comments provided by CF Construction were regarding, that the address that started was correct. We are not contesting that it was south of the road. We are not contesting that. Our complaint is the direction that the work went was incorrect. And that is the focus of our complaint. And one additional piece, if it's required, I did speak to the locator based off of the comment of the ped being labeled appropriately based off of their notes.
I'm sorry, the what being labeled?
Let me make sure I got the correct term here.
You say ped?
Yeah, they're
That's fine.
the riser or whatever they're calling it. I'm sorry, I'm not
That's
I'm not
okay.
a cyber person, so I would just have to look at what they were communicating, but it was under their response to the docket letter that they put in that was handwritten. So I was going to pull that up real quick, but
I think I have that here. It's the,
yeah, the handwritten one at the top of this one or the bottom. I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, here. So it says the correct PED number. Correct. Yeah, I was saying that correct. So
Okay.
they stated that had the correct PED number. Our technician was on site. I asked if he had any better pictures of the PED because the one we provided didn't really show numbers. He did take a closer up image. On the image that we had, there was no indication that there typically is on these PEDs that were visible, at least in the pictures that he showed me. Maybe there was something on the back side of it, which cannot see that obviously, but that would be the only thing that will be additional to the comments. But as stated originally, the focus is we responded to a ticket that we assumed was clear based off of the instructions on the ticket and the directions to go the other way. And our pipeline markers were on site at the location where they crossed, and they did not stop work after seeing those markers there without markings.
Okay, got it. Just go off the record for a minute. So just for your sake, Debbie, it's PED, P-E-D.
Okay, all caps? No?
What do you think? Is it?
No,
Not an abbreviation.
I don't believe it's an all caps thing.
Okay.
I
Thank
think
you.
they're probably saying pedestal would be my thought, is what
Okay.
PED probably stands for.
Okay, well,
I just wanted to make sure I heard you. Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I mean, is pedestal used somewhere in your documents? Probably, I'm guessing, but I guess so we just don't have confusion, let me just have you on the record, can you just define what you meant by PED?
PED is the pedestal or the riser that a fiber company would tie in that they can access their cable below ground.
Okay, yeah, perfect. There you go. And just a question just came up in my mind. Who was the locator? Was that Enbridge or did someone?
Yes, Enbridge utilizes all our own internal locators in this area, so it was an Enbridge employee. I did see if they were available today. Unfortunately, they are on a short-term leave, so they could not attend today. But if there's any questions for them, we could attempt to get an answer from them.
No, well, not from my end. I'll ask maybe staff. I doubt they have anything at this point, but okay. So anything else you wanted to add?
Nope, the record speaks for itself. I did re-review it, made sure that record was quite detailed. So I'll just answer any questions you have in regards to that.
Okay, so any questions from commission staff?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, yeah, I think that's fine. Like I said, thank you for the detailed explanations in the filings. I think you know the situation's pretty clear in those documents, so appreciate that. And yeah, so no further questions. You're excused. So we'll take so let me note now, double checking our list of participants. No one has joined us or in the waiting room, so CF Construction is not appearing at this point. So we'll skip over CF Construction and head to commission staff. So let's call our first witness from staff.
Thank you, Your Honor. Commission staff calls Rachel Gualiardo to the stand.
All right, we'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
Okay, thanks. So you are kind of low on your mic. So if you could just
I'll go louder.
Okay,
Is that
great.
better? Okay.
Thanks.
It is actually pretty quiet. Rachel, is there a way to make it any louder?
Yep, I can take off the headset. We'll do that.
Okay, let's just go off the record for a second. Is that the commission issued?
If this works better with picking up the mic. Is that better?
I don't know if maybe it was coming through the mic before, not the headset. It seems like
That's worse?
It sounds the same.
sounds exactly the same, so.
All right, testing this out. If I speak up pretty good, is that better?
Yeah, just be
Be loud?
yeah, just be as loud as you can. And yeah, any sleeping neighbors or
Well, wait,
wake them up. Go ahead. All right, so I think it's commissioned, it's your witness, Attorney Rogers.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Gualiardo, what is your position at the Public Service Commission of Wisconsin?
Program and Policy Analyst with the Division of Energy Regulation and Analysis.
Thank you. How were you involved in this docket?
Served as Case Coordinator.
Did you cause or file? Did you file or cause to be filed exhibit PSC Gualiardo 1R?
Yes.
Are the statements and representations in that exhibit true and correct?
Yes, with one exception on the last page.
And thank you, Judge, for pulling that up.
Well, don't thank me yet. Let's see. There we go.
Trying.
Last page.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead with that exception, please. So that
So
correct.
Yep, so the exception here that we're looking to correct in that violations column, number of violations column, we have in the first two rows for that. We would like the exception of changing what is currently right now, that 4 times 1 there, to change that to 1 times 1 for that first column, first row there.
Okay.
Numbers of violations column. It's very similar correction then for the row below that, the second row. Again, changing that 4 times 1 to the correction of 1 times 1.
Okay. So in total, the commission staff is proposing or has identified 3 potential violations in this case.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Anything else with this exhibit?
That should be it.
Okay. All right. We'll move on then. Go ahead, Attorney Rogers.
Ms. Gualiardo, are you also sponsoring the other documents appearing on the judge's screen here, the data request, certified mail return, receipt documents that we see as 1 through 5?
Yes.
And do you have any other additions or modifications to those documents?
No.
Thank you. That's all. Those are all my questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, let's just, I don't know if you asked this before, we went back and forth so much, but with the correction to Gualiardo 1R, are all
It's
those
actually
documents?
Gualiardo.
Gualiardo, thank you. All those documents, are all those documents complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And I do want to put the CF construction documents into the record. I don't think having them will, it completes the record. We do have them on file, and everyone's had a chance to review those. I don't think they're, will have much effect in terms of the outcome in the case, even though the respondent's not available to verify those documents. I did want to ask you, witness Gualiardo, are you familiar with those documents?
Yes, I'm familiar that they were uploaded. Yes.
And
yep.
yes, and they were uploaded to IRF. And as case coordinator, can you confirm that those are the documents that were submitted by those are the documents that were submitted to the commission by CF Construction?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. So do we have any additional testimony from you?
No.
Okay. All right. So any questions from Enbridge? Nothing?
No, there are no further questions, Judge.
Okay. All right. So you're excused. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And call our next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Commission staff calls Alex Kirschling to the stand.
Okay, we'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, go ahead.
Please state your name for the record.
Alex Kirschling.
What is your position at the Public Service Commission of Wisconsin?
I'm the director of the Bureau of Natural Gas Analysis and Safety, and also the commission's designated pipeline safety program manager.
And how are you involved in this docket?
I supervised Bryce Gravelin's work on the docket, who was the assigned commission staff engineer. He's not able to attend the hearing today, so I'm just providing an engineering perspective for the record.
And just to be clear, did you provide input on staff's review in this docket?
Correct, yes.
Do you wish to make a comment?
Yes. So this is the first investigation involving a hazardous liquids pipeline to go to hearing at the commission under the state one call enforcement statute. Hazardous liquid pipelines are similar to natural gas pipelines in that excavation damage could lead to a release of flammable product, which could ignite and cause a fire and/or explosion. However, unlike natural gas, which is lighter than air and dissipates to the atmosphere, excavation damage to certain hazardous liquid pipelines could also lead to spills of products such as crude oil, which could lead to severe damage to the environment and require extensive cleanup. So that concludes my statement.
All right. So any questions for witness Kirschling? No? All right. So at this point, we do have all of the documents verified to the extent we can do that. And we've taken comments from Enbridge, the appearing party, and commission staff. Just checking our participant list, just making sure that no one else is trying to get into the hearing. So there's no appearance from CF Construction. So at this point, witness Kirschling, I can excuse you too. And I did want to move on just to inquire about briefing. So we do have an opportunity under PSC 2.26. This is a contested case. So in contested cases, parties do have the opportunity to file briefs. And Enbridge Energy being the party with the affirmative burden here, let me ask you at this point if you do wish to file a brief in this case.
I'll leave
Judge, we do
that to Jacob, as he is a legal representative and understands that more, Judge.
Perfect. I like the segue there. Go ahead.
Judge Newmark, we do not plan to file a brief here. Thank you.
Okay. So in that case, according to PSC 2.26, there'll be no briefs in the case. We don't have the responding party here to indicate that they wish to file their own brief, even if the party with the affirmative burden does not wish to do so. So no briefs. Like I said, we will, I can turn off the screen share now. So no briefs, and we will head to creating the proposed final decision. Like I said, there'll be an opportunity to comment on that decision. The timing of that will be in the instructions provided in the proposed final decision cover letter. So look for that in the near future. And then I don't know if I mentioned that once all of the comments are collected, we will present the proposed final decision and the entire record, including those comments, to the commission for final decision. So at this point, anything else we need to review before we adjourn? Nothing? All right. Thanks very much, everyone. We're adjourned. Take care.